To me, my paintbrush. This isn't the size I wanted. To me, my other paintbrush. Hello and welcome to another episode of Blastercated Painting. Today we're going to be painting Professor X, old Charles Xavier Wheels, old Wheels there, from Marvel Crisis Protocol by Atomic Mass Games. Let's do it. First thing we're going to do is give this guy a dark spray here. This is like a dark olive color spray. And we're going to take some Volcanic Yellow. Now, I use this in my airbrush to spray the chair, but you could just use a rattle can. This is just what I have. Next, we're taking some Imperial Navy here, and this is going all over his suit jacket, because he's a fancy dude. He's got a suit jacket here. And this covers nicely over that dark spray, so we don't really have to worry too much about splotchiness. Next, we're taking some Basilisk Red here. This is going to go on his blanket that he has in his chair. And it's also going to go on the tie that he has on his shirt. But we're going to put it on the tie a little bit later after we paint the shirt. We're also going to use this on the cushion of the back of the chair as well. We're going to take some Angel Green here. And this is going to go on his shirt under his suit jacket. So, I know the box art is different, but what my plan here is to have, you know, like, the colors of his X-Men is what he's wearing and what he's using. So he's got the yellow, blue, green, and red. Like, I wanted to just bring the costumes of the other X-Men, kind of bring their colors into it. So there's obviously yellow and blue. There's red on a lot of the symbols, and then green, like, Rogue has some green, stuff like that. So kind of just, it's kind of I don't know, it's an idea, whatever. That's what I did. I need to have somebody here to just stop me from rambling. I think that's what it comes down to. Next, we're taking some Topaz Skin here, and this is going all over his hands and his head. You might have to do 2 coats of it over that dark prime, but yep, we're just going to get full coverage on all those skin areas. We can also take this time to go back with our Basilisk Red and get his tie. We just wanted to do the shirt under first, just to make it easier. Just a reminder to everybody, if you would please go down and press the subscribe button. That would be incredibly helpful. Or the like button. Or the share button. Any of those buttons would be great. Not the thumbs down button. Please don't push that one. It hurts my feelings. Also, I started a Patreon if anyone wants to support me or feel like they are getting some value from the channel. There's a Patreon link down in the description below. Again, I'm not very good at selling myself on that, so if you want to. So we're going to take some Crystal Blue, we're going to add that into our Imperial Navy, and we're going to get a color to bring up the Imperial Navy. So just going to go through, get all the raised areas, leave the recesses alone like usual, and just bring that color up. Next, we're going to add in a little bit more Crystal Blue, and we're going to bring the color up again. Now we're leaving some of our last mix there. We're leaving our recesses alone with the Imperial Navy, and we're just bringing up all the blue on his jacket. And again, I know that it's going on quite a bit bluer, like lighter than it should, but these Fanatic paints seem to dry a little bit darker. I think at one point in the comics, I think they said he's like the most powerful, one of the most powerful characters in the Marvel Universe. I think that was mentioned once. Also, I like that at one point I think he died and Red Skull stole his brain. It's like one of my favorite story arcs ever. Red Skull's a villain. Next, we're taking some Wyvern Fury here, and we're going to use this as our next layer up on all the red. That's kind of good with the Fanatic Paint series, is that they have everything kind of set in triads, or like a color progression system, almost like here's the lowest or darkest in the system, and then you move up to the brightest. And you can skip a couple steps here and there. We're also throwing it on his tie as well. Don't forget the tie. Next, we're going to hop up to Pure Red. We're doing the same thing we just did. Again, we're all the painting process is just layering up. Starting with a darker color and slowly bringing up a lighter color by leaving those recesses alone and leaving some of the previous layer there as much as we can. Like when we get to smaller layers, that gets harder, but you know, do your best. It's all about practicing and getting better and, you know, just working on your craft. Next, we're taking our Daemonic Yellow, and all we're going to do with this, and this is going to be time consuming, is we're going to do a edge highlight of all the edges on his chair. So take your time, go slow. You want them to look as natural and as straight and as thin as possible. You'll notice if you mess up, so do your best. Next, we're taking some Angel Green. We're going to start adding in some green skin here, and we're going to bring up his little shirt that he's got. And we're going to take Barbarian Flesh next. This is our layer up on the skin, so we're doing all the skin, all the hands, so, you know, follow those sort of contours of his face, nose, chin, under his eyelids, his eyebrows, his head, all of it. We're just bringing that layer up. Just like to point out that Charles Xavier is an incredibly pale dude for someone who has a all-terrain floating chair and no shade. He's out in the sun all the time if he's anywhere. Because I've never seen old Charlie here wear a hat to protect from the sun. Like, what kind of sunscreen is he using all the time? Now we're going to add a little Dorado Skin into that skin tone and bring it up a little bit more. This is our last layer up. So again, same thing we've been doing the whole way through. Just bringing it up. And then like these areas, we just want to hit like the tops of the cheeks, the eyebrows, the chin. We don't want to do like the whole face. So we're just bringing up the color of his face and hands. Next, we're going to take some matte white here. We're going to dot in his eyes. He's using psychic abilities, so his eyes are weird. That's why I like these miniatures. And we're going to take some oak brown. We're going to do his big, bushy, psychic eyebrows. And this guy is done when we're finished the base. And here is old Chucky boy all finished up. And you know what? He turned out pretty good. Could probably put a glaze on that face to smooth it down a bit. But I'm happy with the result for sure. So for a dude sitting in a hover chair, he turned out pretty good. Not terrible. Not great, but it was pretty good. I'm happy with the results of him. I mean, he's not exactly the most dynamic miniature, to be fair, but he is a super cool character, and yeah, I'm glad I got that pack. And we just want to take a moment to thank our Patreon supporters, Charming Grenade and Richie Fender. Thanks so much for your support, guys. Either way, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, all the YouTube stuff, and if you want to join the Patreon, that's in the description below. And you guys have a great day. We're taking some Angel Green here, and this is going to go on the, you know, the button up.